My man, Justin,
What up,
what
what
is
up,
up?
what up, what up? Taco Ball Tuesday.
It's
Yo
Taco Bell
quiero Taco
Tuesday,
Ball.
and the league is on fire right now.
The NBA, so
Whew.
hot right now. So hot.
So hot right now. That association is so hot right now. What is going on, Justin?
Dude,
Help me make sense of all the action.
I'll help you make sense of whatever's on the docket, but there's too much to corral into one opening thought here. But
I think
I just
we're.
want to go to Cleveland where I have a chance to chase a championship is all.
Are you speaking for yourself? Or are you speaking for that man behind you?
Oh, he spoke for himself, and now I'm speaking for everybody else. You want to chase a ship? Head to the land, baby.
Go to Cleveland.
Cleveland, the place to be if you want to win. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? It's like that Paul Rudd meme where he's going like, who would have thought? We're here. We did it. We're here.
It's
We're here.
happening.
We're here.
The
Oh
Cavs
man.
going in, not saying, oh, we're going to be happy with an upstart, exceeds expectation season. We want to win. And they have the unique lineup management, then size to do so by playing at totally different than the majority of the rest of the league, of which I would say the closest comparison and toughest matchup, because they match up more evenly in the East, would be Milwaukee, because they have skill and a lot of size. So maybe they decided to go after that mold. Have a big man who can do it on both ends of the court, who's extremely skilled. Evan Mobley, check. Have a guy like Jared Allen doing it on both ends of the floor. A bit more mobile than Brooke Lopez. Check. Dude,
I guess it's really only the point guard play you would say is a little lacking right now.
Darius Garland is an all-star, so I would say it's not lacking too much, if it's lacking at all. Perhaps on his defensive end compared to Drew Holiday as a defender, but I think Darius Garland is a better offensive player than Drew Holiday. So I think just in terms of some of their depth and the youth and experience is where they're going to lack in that matchup. But that's too far down the road to get into that yet, except that's all I think about. So
I'll give you some time to gloat about your Cavaliers. And I think everyone, any unbiased fan of the league is to a degree looking at Cleveland going like, holy cow, they're doing what the Bengals are doing right now, right?
You have to say, as a fan outside of Cleveland, I mean, fans inside are saying the same thing, but this has got to be good for basketball. What Milwaukee did, a star who wanted to stay, winning in a small market, encourages other small markets to say, why can't we do the same thing? Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying, because the small markets have to pick their spots. They can't go all in every year.
Yeah.
I don't know why not. The people that own the teams are billionaires, so they have the money to spend. So whatever. You own a small market team, you're still a billionaire. You should be going all in every year. Who cares about luxury tax? Win the championship, baby. You play to win the game.
But I guess the comparison would be who wants to be in a small market versus a large market. So
right. It's harder to attract free agents unless you have somebody that's magnetizing like Giannis. So can the Cavs build that around this young core and attract other guys? Can they go out and make trades and get a guy who might want to sign an extension with them? you got to find the right guys. Karis LeVert being from, I think, around Columbus, Ohio. So in his home state, says he wants to chase a championship. He's eligible for an extension this year. He's under contract for next year. I could see him maybe wanting to sign if he gels with these guys over the next couple months. So who knows?
We'll
Maybe
see.
somebody looking over your shoulder there wants back into the Cool Kids Club.
Having some regretful thoughts and envious of what's happening in Cleveland right now. But enough of the Cleveland Cavaliers. We've got a lot on the menu. And before we move there, I want to do a quick scan of some scores in the league right now, because our first matchup, it looks like the Suns will hold on. They're up 5 against the 76ers, 112-107, 19 seconds left to play. I think they'll close that one out. Celtics taking on the
need some
Nets,
help.
and the Nets are losing by 26 points. I had to look up two of the Nets starters in this game.
Yeah, I think when you start a game down 30-2, you typically have a rough time coming back, unless you're the Cavs, who came back from being down like 28-7 the other day. But I digress. Not everybody can be as good as the Cavs.
Two other matchups I want to hit. We've got the Bucks taking on the Lakers. That's a 10 o'clock game. And then Knicks and Nuggets just kicked off. So some solid action on tonight. Bing bong, we're the Knicks, yo! We're the Knicks!
How's that working out for you, Knicks fans?
I think
so it's they are funny to me in the sense that last year they like exceeded their expectations. The battle with Trae Young in the playoffs made me like the Knicks more. And then opening night, when they had the comeback against the Celtics and all their fans went totally berserk as if they were going to win the championship because they beat the Celtics, like, was so hilarious. But the constant overrating of their team because they're like in the mix, except they stink. So it's like I felt for like just the brief second of like wanting the Knicks to be good because it's good for basketball and wanting to root for that, to almost instantly I love just watching them lose and suffer and suck. So there's that.
Well, yeah, I mean it's the Knicks. Like, they've got plenty of good sports teams that they can pull for. And I think another reason why those fans were so freaking psyched and ecstatic. So it was the first time seeing them play. First time, full stadium, the fans were back. I think that was half of it. Because I remember we were talking like their first couple games, it was so loud in there. It felt like a playoff environment. And they're, like playing Orlando at home. So I've got eight menu items here. We're taking stock of what's happening in the league. We're taking stock of what's happening in the Taco Bell world. So I'm going to hit you. It's going to be rapid fire. And you tell me buy or sell. Why would you buy or sell? We're going to move pretty quickly here. So we'll start with four teams in the league right now. I want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets.
Sell. They stink. They're going downhill. They mortgage their future to get 3 Hall of Famers together who have played 16 games in the past 2 seasons. And it's looking increasingly as if those are the 16 games they'll ever play together. Harden's playing in Philly next year no matter what. So trade him to somebody and get anything in return. Or don't. I don't care because I don't like you. Sell their stock.
This could be the end of the Nets experiment. Yikes.
Scary hours for sure.
All right. Next team on my list, the Toronto Raptors. You buying? You selling?
I'm gonna have to push. I just I want to sell because I just don't believe in them, but they do have some young, talented guys. I thought there was some general just like angst between the teammates with Siakam and Anunoby, and just like somebody not really wanting to be there. It's weird to me that they got rid of Lowry this year and are doing better than when they had him last year. So I know things sort of fell apart for them after Kawhi left. And so I'll say sell only for the fact that they're still going to be trending downwards from the championship run that they had. And perhaps this is just a bit of a hot spell for them.
Yeah, they currently have the longest active winning streak in the East with 6 wins, winning 8 of their last 10, and are currently sitting 2 losses behind the 76ers for the number 6 spot in the East.
It's weird. It's weird because this hot streak's coming in the middle of the season, but it almost reminds me of how the Washington Wizards started the season. And
on fire.
If you're not aware of where the Wizards are at right now, it's because nobody talks about them because they're not relevant, other than Bradley Beal deciding that he wants season-ending wrist surgery rather than playing out with the Wiz kids.
All right. 2 more teams. Next team I've got Utah Jazz.
I'm shocked you're even asking me.
You could tell me how you feel, Justin. About
you could have asked me. You could have asked me 2 weeks ago when they were like
still winning games.
Yeah, had won some games recently, and I would have told you to sell because this is fraud alert. All right, switch to Discover and get fraud cover. I don't know, whatever they do. The it's not you. It's not really.
Is that a Pittsburgh ad you're referencing?
What?
Like discover the MasterCard or discover the
Discover card.
I thought you were referencing some like
get
local
fraud protection, because if you're a Jazz fan, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. So sell.
All right. Nothing more than that. And I think I know where you'll stand on this, but still want to talk about it. The Memphis Grizzlies.
I have a kind of
a team streaking right now.
I have kind of a soft spot in my heart for the Memphis Grizzlies, just in general, not like the players that are there now, but because of the the Grindhouse, the Zach Randolph days, Tony Allen. I just always liked the Grizzlies because I love those players and I love watching those teams. I'm going to buy. I'm buying them. John Morant is, I don't know, the second coming of Derrick Rose.
Transcendent.
I hope he stays healthy. He MVP caliber as long as he's healthy. We were talking about this before we started up here, but you go back to that draft today. Do you think Memphis would switch 1-for-1 Zion for Ja?
Hell no.
Do you think New Orleans would switch 1-for-1 Zion for Ja?
Oh, if New Orleans could take Ja?
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Okay. So, he's, like I said, on a trajectory that he could be a generational talent and a player in this league. He's got the guys around him believing. He's got not just slackers believing that they're good, but there are some very good players on that team. So I am going to buy them as a legitimate deep run threat this year and moving forward. Unlike the Atlanta Hawks or, whoever from the past few years that have constantly
May,
bombed out.
may I highlight two big men for the Grizzlies whose games I love watching. Steven Adams, ultimate banger down low, and Jaren Jackson Jr. These guys, Steven Adams invigorating his game. The pick and roll with Ja. He's
invigorating his game to the point where he can get more than 1 foot off the floor at a time.
Hey, he's part of the success. And Jaren Jackson is
just because you're there doesn't mean you're part of the success.
Hey, okay. You are really disrespecting these big men here.
No, not Triple J.
You're just
Adams.
You're just dissing Steven Adams.
He does all the dirty work. I'm just being honest.
He does all the dirty work so that Ja and the rest of that squad can thrive. I'm not saying, Justin, he's the masterpiece. He's the man behind it all. I'm just saying he has found he's playing a very effective role for this Grizzlies squad. That's all I'm saying.
I might have to switch to a sell on the Grizzlies just because come playoff time, they're going to pass to that guy. He'll be wide open. He'll take 30 seconds to try and do one dribble when all he has to do is turn and dunk the ball.
and turn the ball over.
Get wrecked, and that'll be the end of it. And you're like, why do they keep trying this? I'm confused.
Yikes.
I've seen it all too often.
So 4 teams, and that's 4 sells? Or did you buy the Raptors? Pretty
I sold the Raptors.
Yeah, so you sold all 4.
No, I mean, I'm buying Memphis, but
okay.
I would sell Steven Adams for dollars on the penny, or vice versa. Whatever I could get.
I have some Taco Bell items for you, buy or sell.
I have a feeling I'm going in the opposite direction here compared to my NBA.
We'll see. Number 1, the Taco Lovers Pass.
Oh, I'm buying 100% all in. 30 days of taco, 1 taco a day for 30 days, $10.
They're basically giving out tacos for free. You're losing money if you're not buying that, really.
Right.
Have you bought one yet?
No, I have not got my pass, but I'm going to be.
So what's very dangerous for me, Justin, is my office is a 5-minute walk away from a Taco Bell. And so
that doesn't sound dangerous at all. That sounds like you need to spend more time at the office and less time.
Well, what makes it dangerous is
home.
That it wouldn't just be.
Sorry, Griswold. He's not doing anything when he works from home.
Lord Griswold. Our one listener here. So almost made you spit up water there. That's good timing. No, what makes it dangerous is I would get the free taco and then get 2 or 3 other things and would end up.
How could you not? So that's where it is. I mean, it's getting people to show up, order on the app, whatever it is, and be like, well, I'm not going to Taco Bell for just 1 taco. So load me up, baby.
Yeah, it's a buy for both of us. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Our next item, well, actually 3 items, I believe, are $2 burrito menu. Have you tried some of the new $2 burritos?
No, you got them for me? What are they?
Yeah, let me pull these up. The $2 burritos kicked off in early in the year. We've got the beefy melt burrito, Fiesta veggie burrito, and the Chipotle ranch grilled chicken burrito.
Sounds like fire. Sign me up. Buy 3 times.
Yeah,
that's $6.
I'm
to go with 1 free taco.
That's my next meal right there. Oh, that sounds good. And I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that Chipotle Ranch grilled chicken.
Dude, just the sound, that sounds so good.
Okay, next, the crispy chicken taco. Buy or sell?
Oh, you gotta buy the crispy chicken taco. Why would you not?
How many of these have you eaten?
That's not a new menu item, right? I mean, or
It's
maybe it is
newish.
currently, but I feel like they've had it before now. So I've definitely partaken in a handful of crispy chicken tacos.
Okay.
Buy them,
Now,
eat them, blow them out.
okay. Now, this one's going to be coming slightly from left field for you because it is a tangential Taco Bell menu item. Baja Blast is making a hard drink, an alcoholic Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Will you be drinking this?
I won't, because I don't drink any alcoholic beverages. But if I did, this would be high on the list. But so I guess technically I'll be selling.
Okay. I'm
So
I'm very intrigued by it. And I'm,
well, I
the
saw that they're going to have their other flavors as well, not just the Baja Blast and the hard,
like
but
the orange one and
traditional Mountain Dew and probably Live Wire Code Red.
might have they come in 24-ounce cans will actually contain no caffeine. What?
24.
I'm intrigued. It is
Can't wait to check out the Kenny Chesney concert where everybody's at the amphitheater with their 24-ounce hard Bajas.
That'll be really funny to see if like what niche market it attracts. So like, yeah, we're going with the hard Baja Blast.
Like what?
So that wraps up our buy and sell. Before you talk about next week's agenda, what anything else that's jumping out to you for action in the league today or so far this week?
mean, all the trades, CJ McCollum to New Orleans. I don't know if New Orleans thinks they have a chance at, I don't know, I guess getting the play-in tournament and doing something. I don't know if Zion's ever going to play a game in a Pelicans uniform again. So I just don't have any idea what direction that franchise is headed. Very weird. Which would make sense that the Blazers are in a full rebuild, but they've come out and stated that they want to do a full rebuild for right now. And so I guess Dame stays, they don't try and trade him, and they completely overhaul the roster as they've started to do by creating cap space in the McCollum trade. So I'm interested to see what happens there. Funny news, the Kings trade Halliburton and a couple guys for a bag of potato chips from Indiana. A young, really talented guy who says he wants to play in Sacramento. Like, there must be something wrong. Quick, trade him to Indiana. So I don't have any idea what Sacramento was thinking or doing. I'm not sure they do. I'm not sure
I'm not sure anyone does right now. Like fans are freaking out. Any sort of analyst is freaking out. Nobody knows what Sacramento's up to.
It's just weird all around. But hey, we can't all support a great franchise headed for eternal glory.
And yep, Suns held on for the victory. Celtics are up by 27, so still holding on to that lead. That's I think that's about it for tonight. What are we going to be talking about next week, Justin?
Well, the trade deadline is approaching this week, so I'm sure more deals will be going down. We'll be giving you our reaction to all the latest trades that went down, everything. We'll give you a quick recap on that, and we'll give you a quick little preview of All-Star Weekend. Most importantly, how my Cavs are going to do in the Taco Bell skills competition. So lots of events sponsored by Taco Bell and Mountain Dew and glorious things. So it's an overall fun weekend in Cleveland this year, hosting for the 75th anniversary. You got to love it.
Everything's aligning for Cleveland right now, man.
It might always be sunny in Philadelphia, but it's definitely looking up in Cleveland. At least we're not Detroit.
Or the Brooklyn Nets.
The Brooklyn Nets or Sacramento. But
oh man. Well, Justin, it's been a pleasure.
Yes,
we
sir.
will talk again soon, my friend.
All right. I bid you adieu. Yo quiero Taco Ball.
Mas, baby.
Live mas.